I'm Tim Stevens, and this is the 2025 Ford Bronco Sport. Since its introduction, the Bronco Sport has established itself as a great choice for those looking for a little bit more off-road capability than the Escape and a little bit more practicality than that other Bronco. For the 25 edition, the Bronco Sport picks up some tech and styling updates. Are those enough to keep it ahead of the pack? We're going to run you through all the numbers, and then we'll give it the full Capital One Auto Navigator review treatment to find out. Under the hood, we have a 1.5-liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine that makes 180 horsepower and 200 pound-feet of torque. It's connected to an 8-speed automatic transmission with all-wheel drive. In the city, you can expect 25 miles per gallon, 30 mpg on the highway, and 27 mpg combined. This Bronco Sport has the black diamond package, which means we get that brush guard up front with 17-inch wheels on all four corners and all-terrain tires. Out back on the Bronco Sport, we have the split rear tailgate, which means you can lift up the glass on its own if you want to, or push this button and lift the whole thing up. Inside we have 32.5 cubic feet of cargo space. Fold down the second row and that expands to 65.2 cubic feet of cargo. And if that's not enough, you have 2,200 pounds of towing as well. Inside the Bronco Sport we have seating for 5, and since we have the convenience package, we've got heating on the front seats and a power adjustability on the driver's seat as well. Behind the steering wheel, there's a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster through which I can control Ford's Co-Pilot 360 Assist Plus active safety system. And then over here, there's a 13.2-inch touchscreen running Ford's Sync 4 software. It's also got wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay in there as well. And all of your media plays back through a 6-speaker sound system. And a backseat check now. I've got the front seat adjusted to where I would have it if I was driving. And as you can see, I don't have a ton of leg or knee room here. But in terms of headroom, I've got a lot of headroom there, so this is a reasonably roomy place to be. I've also got a 3-prong outlet down here for charging larger devices and dual USB-C ports, and fold down the armrest. I've got a couple of cup holders too. All right, that's all the numbers. Let's hit the track in the Bronco Sport and see how it drives. Now we're heading out in the Bronco Sport, and I'm dialing myself over to the Sport mode, which is the spirited on-road driving mode, which is exactly what we're about to get into. There are a bunch of different modes you can toggle through here for on-road, off-road driving, that kind of thing, and different trims of the Bronco Sport offer different levels of modes and different specialties for different types of off-road driving. But we don't really need any of that right now because we're on a nice, dry racetrack. Now, I've been lucky enough to drive a variety of different trims of the Bronco Sport over the years since it's been introduced. And honestly, the SUV hasn't really changed that much since then. And to be totally honest, when the SUV was first announced, I had pretty low expectations for this thing. But the first time I drove one, I was really impressed. And every time I've driven one since then, again, I've continued to be impressed. And that continues on this version as well. You know, the full-fat, the big Bronco is really great off-road. But when it comes to just day-to-day driving, going to work, that kind of thing, it's, you know, kind of tolerable at best. But this, the Bronco Sport, it really seems to do a really nice job in just about any condition, whether you are doing the school run, whether you're making a grocery run, taking your dogs to daycare, whatever you're doing, even doing light off-roading, the Bronco Sport seems to be really happy at doing all of it, and it does a really nice job. If that's something that you're interested in, you can also spend a little bit more and get different packages to optimize this vehicle for different off-road types of driving. We are in the Big Bend, which is basically the lowest spec edition of the Bronco Sport. And you can get into one of these for right around $34,000. This one's got a couple of options, which brings it up to about $36,000. But that means that we're basically in as affordable Bronco Sport as you can get, and I don't really feel like I'm missing out on anything. I've got the new, bigger touchscreen here with Sync 4, which is a nice and easy and snappy and responsive user interface. I've also got a standard adaptive cruise control, which has been added this year, and that's a nice thing to have for sure. And so again, driving the base edition of the Bronco Sport, I don't really feel like I'm giving up anything. But if you want a little bit more power, and you could use it, this is not the quickest SUV on the road, you can spend more and get a more powerful engine if you want to. You can also get more aggressive off-road packages as well, including things like locking differentials if you really want to go further off-road. But if your needs are a little bit more modest and if your driving is going to be more focused on road stuff, then going with the base edition is, I think, for me, the way to go. And honestly, if you gave me a choice between commuting every day in the full-fat Bronco and commuting every day in one of these, honestly, I'd pick this one.